Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Danny Jade. If you're new here, I hope you're good. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to do a winged cut crease eyeshadow look. We're going to be using the Jeffree Star Mini Breaker palette. It's got some really nice shades in here, but because it's Valentine's Day really soon, we're going to be using a lot of pinks. So before we get into the video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. I'd really appreciate it, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more of my videos coming up soon. Okay, so we're going to start by priming our eyes. So I'm just going to be using this concealer, and we're just going to put a little bit onto the lids, and then we're going to be using this flat brush. We're going to use that to carve out the eyebrows. And next we're just going to be using this buffer brush, and we're going to be buffing out all of that that's on the lid. You want it to be nice and smooth. Get that right into the corner of the eye as well, and just blend all over the eyelid. I'm just going to put a little bit more concealer on, just to build it up a little bit more. Bring that out a little bit. So the colours that we're going to be using today, we're going to be using this pink one here, the darker pink, and then the purple one right in the middle. So we're going to start off with this nice light pink one. So we're going to take some of that on this big fluffy Morphe brush, the lightest pink shade, which is called Bubblegum. Dip that right into the palette, make sure it's all on the brush, and we're just going to start by putting that all over the eyelid in back and forth motions, just like this, and we're going to wing it out just to the side as well. So you want it going right from the inner corner here, across the crease and out into a winged motion like that. Now make sure you build up the product, so we're going to keep doing that until we're satisfied with that pink colour. See how easy that's just built up, just from me going back and forth in with the same colour. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other eye. So starting right in the corner, blending it out in the crease, back and forth, light motions. Make sure you're holding your brush closer to the end. You don't want to hold it like this. Let the brush naturally move on your eyelid, nice and light, and then we're going to wing it out a little bit to the side as well. So you can see the difference from building up the colour. This eye, obviously I've just gone in once with the shade and it is really faint, and then this side where we've built it up by going back in, it's so much pinker. So take your time and build up the colour. Okay, so we got the lightest pink on now. The colour is so nice. These shades are really, really pigmented. I really like the Jeffree Star products, especially the eyeshadows. So next we're going to go in with the little bit of the darker pink, so the middle shade of the three that we're going to use. We're going to be using another little buffer brush, but this one's a little bit smaller. So when you're doing your eyeshadow, if you want to get that sort of blended, like dark to light from the crease going out, you want to start off with a bigger brush, which is going to cover the whole eye, which is what we've done first. Then you want to get a slightly smaller one to give a bit more detail right in the crease here. And then we're going to go in with a even smaller brush than this one, really define in the crease to get that nice blended and sort of like gradient look. So we're going to dip into this nice medium pink shade, and we're going to go right in the crease, really slow, take your time, because we don't want to spread this over the whole eyelid. You want to be able to see the transition from the different shades, and that's why we're using the smaller brush to give it a little bit more detail in the crease. And we're going to wing it out again, just up to the side. Now, as you can see, like there's a lot of, because I'm packing on a lot of product to make sure that it stands out, we're getting a little bit of fallout here, which is fine. And as you can see, the wing at the moment, it looks really, really messy, but that's fine because we're going to clean it up later and make it look really, really sharp. So don't worry about keeping the wing super neat at the moment. You just want to get that shape. Okay, and we've got that blended out quite nicely now. All right, and then the final shade we're going to use is the purpley shade, and we're going to be using this even smaller little blending brush, and this is another Morphe one. So we're going to dip into that purple shade. Really little brush is going to go right in the crease. We're just going to pack that on to deepen that crease even more. Okay, so the dark purple shade is on. Now, because we used such a small brush and it was quite a thick brush, you can see it's not blended as nicely as we want it. So we're going to go back in with the medium brush that we had and the sort of medium pink shade and just blend all of that out. Okay, and then just to finish off, we're going to go back in with the lightest pink shade with the original big fluffy brush and just give a little bit more of that light shade right up at the top, just to blend that colour in. Cool. Okay, so now that we're happy with the blending, I've got a tiny little dry patch on my eye here, which is really annoying because I can't quite blend this bit out. It'll be okay. Now, don't worry about the lid. I know it's looking pretty messy. So the next part is going to be the tricky part, which is going to be cutting the crease. So we're going to give that a good go. So because we've got quite a lot of product already on the eyelids just from blending in, we're going to put concealer on to cut the crease. But before we do that, just to get rid of some of the product, you can take a makeup wipe or a cotton pad or one of those little Q-tip things, and we're going to take off some of that product and partially cut the crease with that first, and then we're going to go in with the concealer and then the eyeshadow on top. That way you haven't got as much clumpiness and makeup. So I'm just going to use a makeup wipe, and I've just wrapped my finger around it. I'm pulling it really tight like that with my finger, and you're as neat as you can. You're just gonna wipe away some of that eyeshadow product that we don't want. Now, don't worry about keeping it too neat, because I know it's hard with a makeup wipe. We are gonna go over it with the concealer after. We're just trying to get off some of that product and just get that shape that we want. So you're going to start right in the inner corner, just follow just above your crease and then drop it down a little bit, and then we're going to flick it out at the side. That's what we're going to do for now, just because my finger is a lot bigger than the little cut crease brush that we're going to use, and I don't want to wipe off any of that nice blend that we did. You can see here I've been able to get a nice cut, which is good, but I don't want to do it too much on the eyelid and smudge it, because then we're going to have to take the whole thing off and then do it all again, and you don't want to ruin all that hard work that you just did with the blending. So we're going to do the same thing with the other eye, and then we're going to cut the crease with the concealer and a nice small brush. Cool, so we've got that done with the makeup wipe now. So next we're going to go in with a concealer and properly cut the crease. So all you're going to do, take a little bit of concealer, and we're going to take this tiny little flat brush and then really take your time with this. Just follow the crease. Don't go too high up, because remember, you want to see all three of the colours, so you want to see that dark shade as well. If you go up too high with a cut crease, you're not going to be able to see that darker shade. So I'm going to start in the corner, put some on my lid, and we're going to slowly just blend and carve out the shape that you want. Okay, once you've got the top outline done, you just want to go in with your brush and just pat down that concealer. Make sure it's all even over the lid. And then with this part here, we're going to do like a winged sort of liner look. So the same as you would do an eyeliner, start right from the outer corner of your eye, and we're just going to follow that up. Okay, and then with all of that pink and sort of smudged eyeshadow and concealer on the outside, we want to get rid of all of this part here. So you're just going to take a makeup wipe again, and you're going to cut straight across, following that concealer line that you want. Okay, so that crease is cut, and then before it dries, we just want to pack on the lighter eyeshadow that we're going to use. So because there's no sort of light neutral shade in the Jeffree Star palette, I'm just going to take another colour from a different palette. We're going to use this little flat brush, and we're going to dip into the light shade and just pack that on right where we had the concealer. Alright, so as you can see, we've cut that out completely now. We can clean this little bit up here with our foundation and concealer. But yeah, that's what the finished crease looks like. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we will be back to finish off the look. So my camera died midway through me doing this, and my other camera battery for some reason isn't working. I literally charged it like 2 times and it still says that there's no battery, so I don't know what's going on there, but I did my hair. Alright, so base, we're going to start off with our foundation. Start putting it on there. I love this Zoeva brush. This one's really good for blending, really quick. Alright, and then we're going to conceal and contour next. So for contour, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. And we're going to be using this little mini buffing brush, similar to the foundation one we use. I'm just going to dip that brush straight into the contour, sorry. We're just going to pat that onto the skin. Okay, and then concealer, and we're just going to put this under the eyes so you get a really nice bright eye. And then we're going to take a damp beauty blender and then we're just going to pat that in right under the eyes. And then when we're going up here, we want to keep that nice and sharp. Alright, and let's set under the eyes. We're going to be using this collection 2000 powder again. Going in with the same beauty blender. I'm just going to dip that straight in on there like that. And we're going to put it right under the eye. Just to set that and really brighten it up. And then we're going to go in with a fluffy brush with the same powder and we're just going to brush that all over the face. Just to set all that foundation and powder in. Okay, and then for some, just to go over that contour that we did, we're going to put some powder on there and I'm using the Sleek Makeup. It's just like a little compact. Like this, and I'm going to be using this darkest brown shade and we're just going to define that. Okay, and then blush. Where is it gone? Primark blush in the shade Secrecy. A nice pink shade to go with the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to quickly do my brows. Eyebrows are done. Next I'm going to put on my eyelashes. So I'm going to quickly do that off camera again. And then we'll be back to finish off the eyeshadow. Alright, so lashes are on. I also did my lips while I was waiting for my lashes to dry. So we're going to finish off the eye look by putting some of that darker purple shade just underneath the eyes, just to bring and connect up that wing out there. So we're going to be using the same tiny little brush that we used before, dipping into that darker purple shade, and we're just going to pack that all under the eye, just where my lash line is, right into the corner, and at the side we're going to connect that up so it will join up where the outside is. So it looks like that cut crease is like a liner now. Okay, and then we're going to neaten that up a little bit by going in with the lighter pink shade again, just to blend and smoke out that liner underneath. And finally, to finish off everything, we're just going to add in some highlighter. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. We've got this nice pink shade here. And we're just going to go in with that. Wow, look at that. On there, on the cheeks, just to blend in and give it a full pink look, just to finish it off. Alright, and that is the finished look. Let me just zoom you in so we can see that eye. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. I'll put all of the products I use in the description bar. If you've got any more questions, then let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again next time. Bye!